Previously on Spirit Walk Paranormal's WVU COED murders. Merritt Malarik and Karen Ferrell disappeared on January 18, 1970. 88 days later, their headless bodies were discovered.
But we passed them up just a little ways, and I heard her guy say, well, that looks like a leg bug.
What did they take? Head! Something is captured.
I know exactly who that is. And it looks like Jimmy Dad.
And knowing Jimmy, he picked girls up left and right all the time.
I remember that on one of the stops, he brought up Cheat Lake and the WVU COED murders. Could you lend us direction? Could you help us find a location?
It could be the work of a crackpot, but it could be a letter from someone having something to do with the murder of two West Virginia University co-eds. Governor Arch Moore told newsmen this morning that state and local police and National Guardsmen are combing an area around Morgantown where an anonymous letter claims the bodies are. The two, Karen Ferrell and Merritt Malarik, have been missing for nearly 3 months. Now the governor doubts they will ever be found alive.
I would like to simply say to you here this morning that at this very moment, the West Virginia State Police, together with the West Virginia National Guard, with a helicopter, are presently moving through areas immediately adjacent to the city of Morgantown in search for these two girls. I want my fellow West Virginians to know that since the disappearance of these young ladies from our university campus, that as governor I've been genuinely concerned and that I have directed the close cooperation of the Department of Public Safety and other law enforcement units that are under my control. We have used the Air National Guard. We have followed every lead. We have attempted to keep and as nearly compatible with good law enforcement and investigative work. We have attempted to keep our counsel and to follow every lead that has come to us. The lead, incidentally, that we're following this morning came to us in an anonymous letter.
The search for two missing WVU co-eds has proved fruitless so far today, and another day's work is set for tomorrow. State Police and National Guard troops have been searching this 25-mile ring around the Morgantown area. In this mountainous, rugged terrain, they are searching for clues that might lead to the whereabouts of Karen Ferrell and Merritt Malarik. They've been missing since January. Parents of the girls say this is not the case of runaways. Ms. Ferrell is from Quinwood. Governor Arch Moore said yesterday he has reason to believe the girls will be found in West Virginia. This is based on an anonymous letter now in the hands of state police. And a second letter was reported today. This one, mailed from within West Virginia, was sent to a roommate of Ms. Malarik. It suggests searchers concentrate in a 25-mile radius of Morgantown.
I spoke with Lori about a case that we have been working on over the last several years, and I wanted to see if there was any way that she could help us. Now, Lori doesn't claim to be a psychic or a medium, but rather she has abilities. So we set up a date and time to meet. And as far as I know, Lori doesn't have any idea as what the WVU COED murders are. I do know that she's never been to the site where the bodies were discovered. So without giving any sort of direction, I'm going to let her feel out the area and see where she's drawn to.
And for me anyway, and just so much anxiety. And then I felt just completely drained from the shoulders down. My whole body just went weak and limp, and I just got really, really sick. So,
and that's when you turned on the road?
It was about a quarter way up the road. It wasn't far off the main road it started.
Danny audio. So, driving up here, which side of the road are you really pulled to?
Right now, there's a little road that shoots off that way into the woods. That's where immediately I picked up something, and I realized if we're talking about 1970 or 70s, this wouldn't have been a paved road.
Yeah.
This would have been a dirt road, so it would have been a back road that I was seeing previously when we spoke, in my mind. Now again, the color of the car changed a little bit since I got here because I originally thought it was a darker color because it was at night. Now I'm seeing a lighter color, and I'm still going to stick with blue or green because that's what it looks like.
Okay.
I'm still going to say maybe a light blue. But it had a darker color interior. It wasn't like white or tan. It may have been gray or brown at the time. And I'm getting the number 4. I don't know if there was 4 people, if it's a 4-door car. I don't know how 4 comes in. Does that make sense?
It does.
It does in a couple ways.
It does, yeah.
Okay, perfect. That number's been with me since the last time we talked, was the number 4.
And just to clarify, you've done no research?
Oh, absolutely not.
Nothing?
No research.
And this
have
is
heard
your
nothing.
first time here?
First time here. Sorry, I'm deaf in the left ear, or right ear. First time here, first time ever doing anything like this. Usually I just do personal readings to help people talk to their loved ones that passed. Again, I see young girls, I don't know, I'm going to say light colored hair. I'm still going with blonde or light brown, and it kind of curled up in the back, which probably would have been the style back in the late 60s, early 70s. She was a passenger. I see the passenger because I'm seeing that the door opened, and then I hear screaming, blood-curdling screaming, and somebody gets ripped out of the driver's seat, and then next thing I see is this young woman sitting there terrified. So whatever happened was very tragic, very quickly, very unexpected. Again, I don't feel like it was a serial killer. I don't feel like that he was just out. It was a man that did it. I don't feel that he was out doing this everywhere. I feel like they were targeted for a reason. And what that reason was, I don't know yet.
Okay.
You guys want to walk, or do
I want you to walk and you lead us, because
Okay.
we know.
Well, I know you. I didn't know if we were just staying here trying to pick up things. Or
No,
if we were moving.
yeah. I would like for you to lead us wherever you think. And do you want us to carry this stuff with you?
Oh no, I have my sage. That's just my salt when we're done.
Okay.
Now I've got my black tourmaline and I have my pendulum.
Yeah, I want to see what you're picking up, because we all know
Yeah.
locations and things like this.
So about right here, I start getting sick again. Tightness in my chest, and I can feel pain starting to creep in to my chest. But I'm still fixated over here on that side of the road. I'm still, there's something down there. There's something bad happened there. Somebody's taking my breath away. I can't physically breathe. So that indicates to me that either heart issue or chest, meaning that something took the life out of their chest, the breath. Something's taking my breath away. Someone is taking my breath away, so that tells me that they had chest injuries or their oxygen was cut off, like suffocation, you know, something stopped their airway quickly. I hear one girl yell for help, but it's all darkness, so it had to happen after dark. And I don't feel like it was super early morning hours. They were probably out partying or driving, but it was definitely dark.
And you said that, you know, you're drawn to this side of the road.
Yeah.
And once we get up here like a little bit further, I want you to kind of, let's go over here. And then once we get to the edge of the woodland, I want to see if anything pulls you in a certain direction.
Okay. Okay, so immediately I see someone sitting back there. You can see the sunlight on the trees all the way back. So I have somebody watching me, which is, obviously if you don't see them, it's an energy. It's a spirit watching me. They're not happy that I'm here. So it could be the person that did it. It could be someone related to this area, and they just don't want people around. Obviously there's a lot of activity in this area.
You want to walk back there a little bit?
Are we allowed to walk back there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I feel someone watching me there, but I'm getting noise from over there, across the road. Where are you? I hear you, where are you? It kind of echoes down around here, so I'm trying to figure out exactly where she's coming from. I have one female screaming. I feel blood on my hands, and I feel pain in my chest. I don't hear any gunshots, I don't feel like it was a gun, I still feel like it was a knife, or maybe a large knife used around the neck, the chest area.
Lori has no idea about the cause of death. And to be honest, neither does anyone else. However, we do know that Merritt and Karen's heads were removed by some type of blade. While police were investigating, they mentioned that it looked like it had been done with a hatchet. So, could this be what Lori is picking up on?
She says, don't go in there. Immediately I hear, don't go in there. Okay. Mind you, I'm going to pick up everything from everybody about everything. It's not going to be just one particular person or thing.
Right. Does it seem like more of a warning or something wanting to keep you out?
I think it's something wanting to keep me out, because I can see a dark figure, and dark figures represent to me as evil. You know, dark energies that don't want you around. They don't want you getting into their business, so to say. So I kind of want to go back there, and then I kind of want to heed the warning and not go back there, but I think I'm going to go back anyway. Right here I get extremely nauseous and sick. I feel like I have to throw up. I feel like somebody was drugged through here. If they weren't parked here when it happened, they were somewhere in this vicinity. They got moved through here. Because immediately as soon as we stepped up, it's so strong right here that I am physically sick. And again, dark energy makes you sick.
What Lori doesn't know is where we are standing is right near the tree where we possibly captured a figure lurking behind. Could this have been one of the girls, or is it this dark energy that she is picking up on?
But again, I'm going to keep going, because I'm just that nosy.
Yeah, I don't want to lead you in any direction.
No, you're fine. Confirmation's always great. Okay, no further. I won't go any further.
Okay. If there's an area that you want to point to.
The gentleman that I see the dark energies over here in these trees. It's like a V tree or a Y, straight back, and he's standing there. And he's not a friendly person. He's not a happy person. He's got a dark hooded sweatshirt, I guess would be a dark jacket or hooded sweatshirt on, all dark clothing, and he's just standing there. His facial features are, he's probably 6 foot tall, medium, average height. He has dark hair, facial hair, and I get extreme pain in my head. So either he died from head trauma or he's causing head trauma. But he's not very friendly. He's not very nice. He doesn't want us here. He doesn't like people messing around. So I'm sure that you guys have been here enough times. You know that there's stuff out here that warns you guys to go.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in that area or not, but that's where he is for me. She keeps taking me like up over. So are we not in the vicinity? Maybe I come up too far and picked up the dark energy.
We're not. We're in the vicinity, but we're on a different side of where we should be. We should be on the opposite side.
The opposite side of the water?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened over here? Could it have been somebody waiting, or was there anything else that happened here? No?
Not on this particular side.
Okay.
Not that we know of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know of anything, Tim?
The only thing I know is if you finish walking this trail out, the 2 ponds that they talked about draining are up on top of the hill.
Okay.
Okay. Did they find somebody in the pond, or?
No, that's where they were initially looking.
Oh, okay. So it could be the dark presence trying to throw me off so I don't get in his business, so to say.
I mean, it is the exact opposite direction.
Yeah.
And again, right here, I just overwhelming sense of sickness, nervousness, anxiousness. Something happened. I see a lot of blood. I feel blood on my left hand. I'm not sure why they're so prominent about the left hand, unless that's what the murderer used. Maybe he was left-handed. But I feel the left hand. Right through here. So either somebody was cut, stabbed. I just got a really cold, chilling feeling walking through.
It's a little heavier on this side.
Yeah, it's a lot heavier on this side. I don't feel like the car was parked in here.
No.
Maybe right off the road, but the car was not parked in this area. They were brought here. Oh God. Super sharp stabbing pain in my head, just right across here. I feel like I just got knocked in the head with something heavy. Like a blunt object or something very heavy, just, oh gosh. Overcome with emotions. It's just definitely a lot stronger here than it was up there. Okay, the further we go in, the stronger it gets. It just kind of moves across my forehead.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep taking you back, but you just let me know when you want to stop.
Okay. There's a couple different locations in this area, but I feel like they were dragged further. It happened in one place, they were brought to another, but then I feel like they were placed in a separate place. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like the victims weren't found totally just next to each other. They were kind of spread out.
That could kind of make sense.
Okay.
That can make sense, but I'm not gonna reveal anything until afterwards.
No, that's fine.
What was it?
She
So
feels
they
like
weren't necessarily buried next to each other or found next to each other.
They weren't like
scattered.
side by side. There was a little bit of distance or gap there.
which. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
fine.
It's kind of playing into
part of the mystery of what this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the temple. I'm getting... The severity must have been the left side for one of them, because I keep getting everything on the left side. The temple, I get severe pain here. It feels like I'm being stabbed or cut. Again, with the left hand. I'm not quite sure what's up with the left hand or how that signifies to anything. Okay, and as I stand here, right over here, between those two weeds, I have a young lady sitting there, sitting down with her arms wrapped around her knees and her knees pulled into her chest.
Any age?
Age would be late teens, early 20s. I don't know if it's our victim because she has darker hair, and it almost looks like I guess they're called headscarves, where they wrapped them around and would have like the tail thingy hanging down like a scarf. she's very traumatized. She has on dark blue jeans or dark pants and a lighter top. Can I go over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was a victim of something, but I don't think it's who we're looking for because I don't see any visible wounds on her. That make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not quite sure where she fits in, but I don't think it's what you guys are wanting. So we're investigating what we say.
Feeling
really weak, really tired, and again the left side. Now it's down to my leg. It feels like something's holding me here, like I can't physically move. Tell me your story. Who are you? What happened to you? I'm getting ripped out of the car or ripped out of something. So if somebody would grab your arm and just pull you, that's what I'm feeling. Feel anxious, scared, nervous. And I just feel like it happened so quickly. It was definitely a man, took the first female out of the car. She was extremely violated and terrorized. I just want to cry. He either cut parts off of her or destroyed parts of her. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know if he had such a hatred for women, or I don't know what fueled his anger. And I believe that's who was standing back there that I seen, because I can see him clearly again. But I feel like she was killed in one spot and brought to another. They didn't happen in the same place, because she shows me distance, or I see headlights and then I see her. So that shows me distance. So it didn't happen in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
So whether she trusted him, which I don't feel like she did, I feel like he forcefully took her. And then the passenger that I keep seeing with the light-colored hair, I feel like was too afraid to move or go anywhere. And on a back road, after dark, what are you going to do, she said. Did he dismember her and put different parts in different places?
Yeah.
Well, the different places we're still trying to figure out.
In the book, The WVU COED Murders, Who Killed Merritt and Karen, Section 1, Part 3, there's an interaction that has stuck with me. Nancy Best, a friend of Karen, is over visiting, and Karen isn't feeling well. Nancy is trying to convince Karen to go see the school's physician, but Karen looks away and says, "I have a fear of someone putting their hands on me, you know?" Nancy and several other girls have talked about how Karen believes she'll be raped and murdered before she turns 20. Could this be the girl Lori is seeing who couldn't move in the back seat?
I have an idea.
What?
Well, first I have a question. Do you feel it's one male or two males?
I see one.
You see one.
I see one.
Okay. Second question, if I could take you somewhere, you close your eyes and you hold on to me, and I take you somewhere, and you just say what you're feeling as we go.
We can try that.
Go for it.
Am I coming back out to you?
Yeah. I'll let you step out. You've already been out this far, so
Okay.
wall here.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting diagonal. I keep seeing a diagonal strip, a diagonal road, something this way.
I just heard something say, hey.
Is it coming from over there?
Yeah.
Because I'm deaf in my right ear, so I have no directional hearing at all.
I just heard something say, hey.
Is it coming from over there?
Yeah.
Because I'm deaf in my right ear, so I have no directional hearing at all. I don't
It
have
just
my
went.
hearing aid in.
It just went, hey.
There's definitely spiritual presence here, and I'm telling you that dark presence is really not good.
I'm gonna check audio whenever, since you said that.
Not right now, but like, I just didn't hear it.
Oh, I thought you meant to check my shirt.
Oh,
so
yeah,
don't.
no.
What she is.
That's not very nice. Okay, I just got smacked across the face and pushed. That's not very nice. Okay, I just got smacked across the face and pushed. My face red?
No, not really. Well, a little bit on your cheek. Easy.
So we have to be getting closer to where you want to take me because the resistance is getting stronger.
It's up to you.
Oh no, they're going to do it regardless, so let's just go.
Okay.
What's out that way? Just a little veering off of the path.
Where I was going to take you.
Okay. I keep seeing flashes of light, like a flashlight. The flashlights are getting duller. And the smell is starting to get really bad. It smells really bad.
I don't know, your hands are burning up.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Just wanted to document it.
Yeah, we have a dark energy right there in the eye of the tree, standing there laughing at us. That's nice. Was there stabs to the stomach or ripping open of the guts?
Nope.
No?
No.
Because I feel severe pain in my abdomen, and I feel like someone's just kind of ripping me open.
Not. That was we don't know what was happened afterwards.
Oh, well.
She found intact. Something happened to one of them, and I think it's the girl with the dark hair, maybe the driver, or this scarf in her hair, a silk satin scarf that came down around and had like the little tails come back at the end. But I feel like he may have taken that as a souvenir.
In 2022, a man by the name of Rod Everly, a retired National Guardsman, had a re-interest in the case since he was also there on the day that the bodies were discovered. He ended up getting cadaver dogs to search the area looking for the missing heads. He also had involvement from a department from Charleston, and upon one of their digs, they did discover a scarf. Now, I'm not sure if this scarf actually belonged to Merritt or Karen, but it's a coincidence that Lori would pick up on a scarf. Let me show her this photo.
Yes.
Was it how he marked it with the, or was, I get that point right there.
Yes.
And the water would have been The stream that we were at, okay, over
Yes.
there. And then that tree that he's standing at back there would have probably been the same tree that I seen on that side.
Probably.
Around there. Because we were kind of far back. So, that's why I'm picking up feeling maybe from this tree. Because is this the tree that they were all standing around?
That there was a big one.
Yeah,
Which,
no, it would have been over.
It would have been back further? Okay.
Right around this
Well,
area.
right around this
Because
area.
I keep getting pulled over here.
It could have been.
I just seen the tree. I don't know. This is where I'm getting the feeling from. What's under this tree? Or, well, canopy, I guess.
Oh, here, let me bring that back up for you.
I can feel my blood rushing to my face. I can feel it in my face. Like, he drained me of everything. Now I'm getting it back.
Cut. And starting again.
I hear silence speaks volumes.
So I'm going to tell you a couple of things. Both girls were found underneath that.
Right, the best that we can tell was right here.
And I'm getting over here.
It could be because they're siblings.
Yeah, I just, they kept pulling me to the right diagonal.
Could be.
But the smell is horrific right here. Like, they had been here for a little while before somebody found them.
Yes.
I'm not going to say years, but they were here a while, and the smell started to, the body started to give off the smell. I hear gases. The body started to leak gases.
Yes.
Merritt and Karen's decapitated bodies were put out in the woods late on January 18th or early in the morning of January 19th, 1970. The low temperatures of that night was 16 degrees Fahrenheit, and weather would stay like that for the next couple of months, leading into spring. When West Virginia State Police received the second letter from Triangle, who turned out to be a self-proclaimed psychic, his letter stated, "The animals are now on the move," meaning that the bodies would be thawing and gases would be released. Is this something that Lori is picking up on as we're standing at the body site?
So they went missing in January.
Okay.
And
Where they were found in November? I'm still getting November. I don't know where November's coming in. Was that maybe one of their birthdays?
I'm not
100%.
I'm not sure.
That's fine.
They were found in the spring.
When everything started to thaw out.
Mm-hmm. There was a psychic medium from Cumberland.
Mm-hmm.
He had held a seance and sent the Morgantown Police Department some letters with roundabout directions of where to look for the girls. And that led him to downtown Grafton. Eventually they were found here. Now, you kept saying something about the head.
Mm-hmm. Somebody either got bashed in the head or stabbed in the head because it hurt really bad.
Well, their bodies were found, but no heads.
Oh, that's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any. I mean, when I seen them, they were all intact. I didn't see. I felt the neck, or the neck or the throat, and I could feel the blood running down my chest, and I could feel it on the left hand. Again, they bring me back to the left hand, so I don't know if the killer was left-handed. You'd mentioned 2 people, but I only seen 1, so if they're dressed in black, it could be the same one. I'm getting told to shut up. So obviously whoever did it is already passed, because his spirit's still very present.
So we're assuming.
Yeah, from the darkness I keep getting from here. And even after dark, you'll sometimes see flashes of light through here, like flashlights running. That's what I got when we started walking. I could see flashlights, and it seems like they were holding a flashlight, as you know when you run, how the flashlight moves like a strobe light. And they were running through.
You want to tell her what you caught over there on the main road on your first, was it your first time in, second time in?
That was probably my third or fourth. Captured what appeared to be a female peeking behind one of the trees where you were standing. It was actually right at that tree.
Did I mark anything there?
You would stop there.
Oh,
you said you felt very sick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
We're standing around talking to Lori about the things she was sensing and what she was spot on about. And as we were covering a little bit more of the information that we had, she says this.
They are at peace. They're happy, they're healthy, they're whole and complete. That's the most important thing they want you to know, is they're whole and complete. So they're back to their intact souls and spirits. The dark-haired girl asked, why so interested in them? You didn't know them. Why are you so interested in their story? Or what happened to them?
I guess I just wanted to...
Unsolved.
Yeah, it's unsolved. I wanted to help figure out who killed them, because no one knows. And I thought maybe if we could find their heads, maybe it'd bring them some peace.
She said back then, everybody hitchhiked. It was normal. It's just what you did. She said you didn't have a problem trusting people because who was out to hurt you? Everybody was friendly, apparently. Obviously not, but in their eyes, everybody was friendly. She does say she feels like they were robbed of what life they did have, because they were, college is what, 20, 19, 20?
18, 19.
Yeah.
They were both 19.
19.
So do we keep the search going?
She says exploration. She said it's an exploration because they've already found them. The killer's already been not brought to justice, but she says rendered to justice, which I'm not exactly sure. But to me, I mean, everybody has their judgment day.
Yeah.
So is that
There's another group of paranormal teams that's been out here. Another group besides yourselves, because I see 2 guys and a girl. And it doesn't look like any of you that have explored this site. She said, but they didn't get as close as you guys have gotten. They were further off the mark.
They're not a paranormal team.
Oh, no?
No, they're the ones who did the podcast.
Oh.
That's Kendall, Jeff, and Sarah. As we left the wooded forest land, I felt like I had even more questions than answers. I've been working on this case since 2017, as episodes of the Appalachian Mysteria podcast was coming out and beyond. I became obsessed with trying to figure out who killed them, where their heads could be. I conducted multiple investigations, interviews, and I even had the opportunity to work with Appalachian Mysteria. It's been 54 years since the murder of Merritt Malarik and Karen Ferrell. There's been a ton of theories as to who could have done it, but there's no definitive answer. And for the last year, I've asked myself, where do I go from here? Do I continue investigating? Or should I just put it on the back burner? The answers lie within that hollow, and the only way to find out the truth is to go back into the darkness.